Hey guys, what's going on today? BOJoeKO here, and we are back with our Columbus Blue Jackets GM mode, getting ready to start the Year 6 Stanley Cup Finals going up against the Edmonton Oilers. So in the last series, we had a pretty quick series with the Montreal Canadiens in the Eastern Conference Finals. I kind of thought for a fact we would have a tough feat ahead of us, especially with Carey Price. But you know what? The Columbus Blue Jackets kind of lucked out because Carey Price had a pulled groin injury, which kept him out sidelined on the series. He might have been back for a Game 7 if they made it that far, but Columbus won in none of that, swept out the Montreal Canadiens in 4 games to go back to the Stanley Cup Finals for the second time in 3 years. And now we're going to face up against the young gun Edmonton Oilers. 6 years in, they finally have made it to the Stanley Cup Finals. So it's going to be an interesting team to go up against. So let's see what Edmonton has got for us in this series. Let's see what they had to make it all the way this far. All right, so here we go. First line for Edmonton: Taylor Hall, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Nail Yakupov. That's a good first line. Same thing like the last series. Montreal had a good first line, but these guys can definitely score some goals. Taylor Hall, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, and Yakupov. You got a good playmaking center and 2 really good snipers alongside of him. Hall can get it done. Yakupov, he's progressed pretty well as well to an 87. So that's good there. Second line, Evander Kane, Sam Gagner, and David Perron. So you got 2 pretty good players there on the second line as well. You got Evander Kane and Sam Gagner. They probably can work pretty well together. I don't think Evander Kane is the type of guy who gets a lot of goals, though. He's not really, he might have a good overall, but you know what? He's not really the guy that kind of scores goals there. And you got David Perron, who's pretty solid defensively as well. So that second line actually isn't too bad either. Third line, Nick Foligno, Roman Horak, and I believe Joachim or Joachim Eriksson. So that's a solid third line. You got a sniper in the middle and 2 two-way forwards. It's kind of the same thing we have with Sprong and Terrell and Dubinsky. So that matches up pretty well with our third line. And then the fourth line, they got Philip Larson, who's a 2-way defender, so they might have an injury. Mark McNeil, a center power forward, and Deschanel, 71 playmaker. So they might have some injuries if they have a 71 on their fourth line and playing Philip Larson as a 2-way defenseman on their fourth line. So there definitely have an injury or 2, so we'll go check that out. But honestly, it's a very good lineup there, especially their first line. It's a very scary first line, and the second line with Kane and Gagner. It's pretty good. All right, so defensively, Marinson and Justin Schultz, 86 and 88, so that's a good top 2 pair there. Same thing that Montreal had with Subban and Josh Georges. Second pair, they got Clefbaum and Jeff Petrie, 84 and an 85. That's another good top 4 there. And then Darnell Nurse and Gernat, 81 and an 80. So Darnell Nurse has progressed a good bit, not up to probably top 2 yet, but still 81 is solid for them. So their defensive core is pretty good. Their top 4 looks pretty solid. And their offense, their first line, and a couple guys on their second line look pretty solid as well. And then goaltending should be interesting. Who do they have in goaltender? They got this Buns guy as well as Victor Fast. So they don't have the greatest goaltender, in 82 overall. Once again, it's a less overall rated goaltender than we just faced in Zachary Fucale. So it might be their defense that is relieving some of the pressure off of their goaltender, but their goalie is not that great. So that's the one weakness there that with the Edmonton Oilers team. All right, so let me go see what the injuries they are dealing with first before we move on. I think I'll check out my team as well before we go into the final game here. So Edmonton, whoops, I keep switching back there. Edmonton, who you guys got injured? They're just missing Marcel Gotch on their fourth line. So that's probably the player that Philip Larson is replacing. He has a broken leg. He's not coming back till August 22nd. He's done. So he's the only player that the Edmonton Oilers are missing. A solid fourth line center that they have there. But we're going to run with this line. The first line started to come together in that last series. They definitely pulled their game back together, especially Patrick Kane. He led the way, pulling Johnson and Toffoli along with them. So as long as Patrick Kane can continue to get this first line going, it should be good. Like I said, we are still missing Connor McDavid on the second, but you know what? Christo and Sprong can definitely get it done. And the fourth line is still doing an amazing job. Carroll is on the third line, but Tambellini and Jenner, those 3 guys right there, my third and my fourth line guys, are still pulling their weight. around. So I'm going to need a big performance out of my fourth liners, big performance out of my first liners, and then defensively, OEL and Ryan Murray are hopefully going to continue to go there. And we're going to rely on this guy. He has had a good goals against average so far, a 1.44. He can get it done. He's had a good playoffs once again, showing that he might want that Conn Smythe Trophy if we can get this series, if we can win this series. But Edmonton's going to be a very tough challenge. So here we go. Home ice advantage. The Stanley Cup Finals of Year 6, Edmonton against Columbus, Game 1. Let's get her going. All right, boys, so come on. Had a nice first Eastern Conference Finals against Montreal. Swept them out. We got very good confidence heading into this series. Let's roll with it. Here we go. First period, 1-1. All right. Adam Tambellini, there you go again. Like I said, I need some of those fourth-line guys to step their game up once again, and he does it again. Adam Tambellini on the penalty kill, short-handed slap shot goal past this Buns guy. Gets it off, started with a 1-0 lead, but Jeff Schultz comes right back with a slap shot from the point. 1-1 tie after 1. So 12-11 on shots, pretty even so far. Second period, 2-1. There you go. Patrick Kane gets a nice wrist shot past Buns for a 2-1 lead. 22-20 on shots, still fairly even, but we got a 1-goal lead going into the third period here. So there we go. Come on, boys, up. There you go. Adam freaking Tambellini. Let's go. Fourth line. Clap, 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 clap. Let's go. Fourth line. Do, 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 do. And that's what's going to happen there. Oh, don't count your horses just yet. Roman Horak scores a 41 seconds. Empty netter for OEL, and that'll do it. So Roman Horak gave me a little bit of a scare there. But Adam freaking Tambellini gets a 2-goal night on the fourth line. Oliver Ekman-Larsson caps it off with an empty net, and Columbus comes out game number 1 with a 4-2 win over the Edmonton Oilers. That's what I like to see, boys. Adam Tambellini from Eriksson and Terrell. Patrick Kane from Toffoli. Tambellini from Reichel and Jenner. There you go. There's that fourth line again. And OEL from Toffoli. So Adam Tambellini with a 2-goal night. Tyler Toffoli with 2 assists. And there you go, boys. That's what I'm talking about. Adam Tambellini, Boone Jenner, and Austin Carroll have been doing amazing things for me in this playoffs. And there you go. Ryan Murray is injured with an MCL sprain. Sprained his MCL. He is probably, he's done. He's done. His estimated return is June 26th. All right, so we got to bring up Danny D back up again. Or he could be actually on the lineup. No, we got to bring him up. All right, DeKaiser, we need to bring you back up again. All right, so Ryan Murray, that's a big hurt there. It's a big hurt. All right, but we still got some solid defensemen that can fill out for us. All right, so defense. Savard, you're going to move up. And Eriksson, you're going to move up. And Danny DeKaiser is going to go in. Let me fix my mic really quick. Okay, there we go. It's stupid Turtle Beach headset's annoying as shit. All right, so DeKaiser, there you go. You're going to go top 6 with Martin. Power play, I think we put Eriksson in there last time, and I think it worked out pretty good. So Eriksson's going to go in there for the power play. Penalty kill, we're going to put OEL in there. Oliver Ekman-Larsson in there. 4-on-4s, Danny DeKaiser fills out right there. Okay, so those are the changes there. OEL gets put on the penalty kill. Once again, it's another hurt there for Ryan Murray. Losing another defenseman here in the Stanley Cup playoffs. You know, we've been fairly good with injuries. We only lost really 2 big major injuries so far. But you know what? We can work through it. We've worked out of it before. We got some good depth. We can get through it. All right. So, good game there against the Edmonton Oilers. Held the lead throughout pretty much the entire game, and we just need to continue to do that. 4 goals that game. Let's go. Take home ice advantage away from these guys. Let's go. Let's get a 2-0 lead going back to Edmonton. Here we go. Game number 2. Let's see if we can start it off once again. Adam Tambellini had a good game, so you know what? Let's keep relying on that fourth line to maybe get us some goals if they have the chance. So here we go. First period, 1-1. All right, David Savard gets us started, but Nail Yakupov ties the game up. Oh, no. Why is Ortio in the net? Oh, goodness gracious. That's not what I like to see. Okay, I'm not saying he's injured. I'm not saying that he is officially injured, but, you know, I'm praying right now that it was just a cautionary injury that he had to be taken out of the first period. So it's a 1-1 tie. We got Joni Ortio in the net right now. You know, he's had a couple good seasons in the AHL. He had a pretty decent NHL season, so you know what? We need the goal scoring now. Offense, you guys need to pick your game up. Big time for this. They're beating us 11-7 in shots, so we need to start putting shots on this Buns guy. We need to get a lead for him. Get a lead for Ortio in this second period, boys. Come on. Second period, 3-0. 3-1. Perron and Yakupov get a power play goal, so they got a 3-1 lead now. Man, the worst thing that probably could have happened to us. Toffoli gets one back. All right, 3-2. Come on, oh, power play again. There you go. Dana Terrell ties it up at 3. And oh my God, Clefbloom, Ortio, save a shot, will you please? Man, oh man, if Bobrovsky was in this game, if Bobrovsky was still in this game, Danny Cristo ties it with a minute to go, going to overtime. Come on, win it for Ortio. Oh my God, who took that penalty? God damn you. Oh, man, we fought back in that game, 39-30 on shots. We fought back, and you know what? Somebody just blew it there at the end. Savard from Reichel. What a third period we had. Toffoli from Honka, Terrell from OEL and Carroll, Cristo from Jenner and Savard, and then OEL, Oliver, Ryan Nugent-Hopkins from Yakupov and Marincin. Who took the penalty in overtime, boys? Dubinsky. It took 2 penalties in overtime. He took a three hooking minors. Jesus, ref, you calling hooking minors like a freaking buffoon out there. Dubes got a penalty, and like immediately after he came out, he took another hooking minor. Come on, ref, you can't call that shit. All right, please don't tell me Bob got injured. Please don't tell me. No. Oh, no, 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 no. The worst possible thing that could have happened. Sergei Bobrovsky's got a sprained wrist, and his estimated return is June 25th. He is done, Gonzo Alonso. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. The one thing that could have happened to us happened to us. All right, well, yeah, I got to call up Halverson, because if Ortio goes down, I need still another solid goaltender in there. All right, edit lines manually. Goaltender, we got to play Ortio, and Brandon Halverson is going to go in there for the game. All right, so Ortio's going to get the start in game number 3, I guess. But if he doesn't perform, Halverson might have to go in for a game. So that's the worst. That's the worst thing that could have happened to us. That's the worst possible thing that would have happened to us. They injure our goalie. They run our goalie, and you know what? We couldn't fight back from it. Winning that game would have been huge to have a nice 2-0 lead. But now it's a 5-game series with our backup goaltender in that, who's only 81 overall. So they now have a better starting goaltender than us in overall, 82 to an 81. So now the offense has to come alive here. They came alive in this game and tried to come back with a third period comeback. But you know what? We need to get a lead. We need to hold leads. We need to score tons of goals. We need to score them early, because you know what? If that game's going to reflect the rest of this series, I don't know if I have faith in Ortio or not. So come on, boys. Play for your goalie this series. Now, here we go. First period, 1-0. Nail Yakupov gets a goal. 13-11 on shots. All right, come on. Come on, boys. Play for this goalie. You need to get some goals scored. Second period, 2-0. Sam Gagner gets a power play goal. Sam Gagner gets a power play goal, down 2-0 going into the third period. All right, come on, boys. He's only let up 2 so far. Power play, yeah, fuck me, man. Fuck me. Power play goal, yeah. Sprong gets 1 on Buns. 12 minutes to go. I don't know if they're going to get 2 with 10 minutes to go. No, they're not going to do it. 5 minutes to go. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. If Bob's in the net, it's a different series, man. If he's in the net, it's a different series. He only gave up 3 there, 3 power play goals. I'm not going to really blame him for that, but do I go to Halverson this game? He only gave up 3. He only did give up 3. I'll give him one more chance. I gotta give Ortio. I'll give him one more chance, but this offense needs to come alive, man. The offense needs to show up. You're not gonna win this series if you're not gonna play for this goaltender right now. You need to back up. You need to give him some confidence. You need to give this guy some confidence. You need to score goals here, man. He doesn't have the confidence right now. You see, he's letting up power play goals left and right. You need to score goals and get this guy a lead so he has some confidence. So come on, boys. You need to show up in game number 4. Cannot go down 3-1. If he doesn't have a good game, I might put Halverson in there. So here we go, boys. Game number 4. This is kind of a must-win game for us right now. First period, 1-0. There you go. Boone, Jenner. Leave it to the 4th line. All right, so a very good shot there from BOJoeKO. A wrist shot gets a goal there. 10-10 on shots. 1-0 lead for the Blue Jackets. Come on, boys, hold it. You got to lead. Get more for me. Second period, 2-1. All right, we get one, they get one. Tyler Toffoli gets a power play goal. Yakupov gets one back to make it 2-1. So it's even pretty much in shots, 20-19. We have a 1-goal lead going into the third period. I don't know if I have faith in him or not. I need some more goal support. Need some more goal support for him in the third period, guys. Come on. Somebody step up. Power play. There you go. Patty Kane on the power play. Clutch goal. Give me a 2-goal lead. Give me another one. Up power play again. Give me another one. All right, hold them off. 5 minutes to go. Hold them off. There you go. Good solid game there from Joni Ortio. Gets us a 3-1 win in game number 4. Patrick Kane with a huge power play goal there in the third period. And we take game 4 3-1. So very good game there from Joni Ortio. Boone Jenner from Honkin and Tampolini. Again, my fourth line just coming in clutch. Toffoli from Erickson and Hodgson. And then Patrick Kane from Johansson and OEL. So that was a good game there. Joni Ortio played a solid game there. He showed himself. He showed back up. He can get it done. You know what? He can get it done. He only allowed 1 goal that game. You know what? He can get it done. So now it's a 3-game series. It's a 3-game series with home ice advantage. Get game number 5. So come on, boys. Win game number 6. You need, once again, get some goal scoring for your goaltender. See if you get the guy goal scoring, he has some confidence and he can win the game. We're back at home now. Let's go, boys. Come on. First period, game number 5. 0-0. All right, 9-11 on shots. So Ortio's still playing pretty solid here. Come on, boys. Second period, 1-0. There you go. Big goal there from Cody Hodgson. It's a big goal. 1-0 lead going into the third. 18-17 on shots. So Joni Ortio has shut out the Edmonton Oilers for 3 straight periods. So come on, boys. Give your goal. Give me another goal here. I need another goal. Power play. Up penalty kill. Good penalty kill there, boys. Good penalty kill. Up power play. 5-on-3, 5-on-4. Oh my God. Hold them off. 5 minutes to go. Please, please, please. Yes! Joni Ortio gets a shutout in game number 5. Clutch game. Joni Ortio has shut out the Edmonton Oilers for 5 straight periods. That is what I'm talking about. Leave it to my freaking goaltender, my backup, my 81 overall. Cody Hodgson gets the only goal of the game from Danny DeKeyser and Patrick Kane, and we take a 3-2 series lead over the Edmonton Oilers as Joni Ortio steps up his game in the past 2 games, shutting out the Edmonton Oilers for 5 straight periods. And of course, another injury. Tyler Toffoli sprained his ankle. He is gone until June 14th, so he's done for the rest of the series. So now we lose a first liner again. So you know what? I would move Christo up. I'm moving the guy Daniel Sprong back up to moving him to the first line. Moving Sprong up to the first line, and I guess we're gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move Brandon Dubinsky up. And where is Robbie Fabry? There he is, Robbie Fabry. You get into the third line position. All right, so power play. Sprung, Christo, Hodgson, and I guess, you know what, Fabry actually worked out for us on the power play last time. So you know what, Fabry can go in there. Okay. Sprung, yeah, penalty kill. I think we're fine. It's probably just shootouts now. Shootouts, yep. Sprung, whatever. Okay, so, whoops, 4-on-4. So Kane, Hodgson, Sprong. Let me move Sprong up here. Sprong, and then Terrell and Fabry. Okay, there we go. So that's all handled out. We know we lost another first liner. I'm moving Daniel Sprung up to the big time for the first line to work with Brian Johansson, Patrick Kane. If he can get it done on the power play with them, he can get it done 5-on-5 with them as well. So here we go, boys. The Stanley Cup is in the building in Edmonton. We got the 3-2 series lead. Joni Ortio has shut out the Edmonton Oilers for 5 straight periods. The guy has confidence going into this game. You need to get him a lead once again. I've only shown it for the past 2 games. You get the guy a lead, he can get it done. So you know what? This is a Stanley Cup clinching game. Here we go. Cup is in the building, boys. Cup is in the building. Give some support for your goaltender. Edmonton wants this game badly, so you know what? We got to play for our goaltender once again. Give Ortio confidence. Here we go. First period of game number 6. And there you go. There goes the shutout. Oh, 35 seconds too left. Oh man, they're out shooting us like crazy. 18-5. Edmonton Oilers do want this. A weird angle. Might have been a fluky goal. Clefblum, their defenseman, gets a weird goal slap shot on Ortio. So Edmonton takes a 1-0 lead in game number after the first period. So come on, boys. Got to climb back in shots now. Come on. Second period, 2-1. All right, we tied it up. Horak gets another one with 2 seconds left in the second. Ugh. Ortio has just let up some pretty weak goals there, and they're not really weak, but they probably been really fluky goals that have just gone in. So you know what, 28-16 on the shots. Got to climb back in the shots category. Still only down by 1 goal with a third period to go. Here, come on, boys. Give me a good third period. Power play. There you go. Danny Cristo ties the game back up at 2. Power play for Edmonton. Good penalty kill. Power play. All right, come on. 10 minutes to go. Somebody. Oh, my God. Who's going to be clutch? Somebody going to be clutch? Are we going to overtime here in game number 6? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby, 15 to go. Come on, somebody. I'm going to go. I'm going to freak out if it's a fourth liner. Oh, my God, 5 minutes to go. Oh, my God, Ortio's playing on his head. Overtime number 2. Oh, man, Sam Gagner gets a goal. 16 minutes into the second overtime. We eventually came back to beat them in shots, putting up 50 shots on the net, but Bunn saves them all. Sam Gagner gets a goal in double overtime, and Edmonton forces a Game 7 against Columbus back in Columbus. So Dubinsky from Sprong and Johansson, Cristo from Eriksson and Hodgson, and Sam Gagner gets the goal there from Nail Yakupov. Oh, man, I thought we might have had it. We tied the game back up in the third period, but we couldn't close it out. Couldn't get that goal that we needed. We beat them in shots. All right, so you know what? Ortio had a solid game there. Once again, he stopped close to like 40-something shots. He's been doing He's been doing amazing these past 3 games. And you know what? This is all it. Stanley Cup is in the building once again. We need to get a lead. We got the home ice advantage against this team. We've only lost 1 game at home against these guys. We've won 2, lost 1 at home. Come on, boys. We can do this. We can do this. You can win your second Stanley Cup in 3 years against this team. Do it. Win this game for Sergei Bobrovsky. The guy had an amazing freaking playoff run up to this point until he got injured. Sergei Bobrovsky's watching from the press boxes right now. Give this guy his second Stanley Cup. Win this game for Sergei freaking Bobrovsky. That's all I'm going to say. Time 6 simulation the entire game, boys. Come on. Let's get it done. First period, Belov gets a goal. Belov, their defenseman. Somebody needs to tie this game back up in the first. 5 minutes to go in the first. Anybody going to tie it up? Oh, man, Joakim freaking Joakim Anderson. That's not the way I want to start off this first freaking period, boys. 2-0 lead for the Edmonton Oilers. We're going to have to fucking fight our asses back now in the second, boys. Come on. Somebody needs to light a fire under this team. Offense, you need to get rolling here. You need to get rolling in the second period now. Come on, let's go. Somebody here. Power play for Edmonton. Long-ass one. Oh, fuck me, dude. Gurnett, 3-0 lead for the Oilers. So, is anybody going to step up in game number 7? Is anybody going to do it for Columbus? No. No one's going to step up here with 3-0 lead for the Oilers going into the third. You guys better show off something magical here because you know what? This is not looking good. This is not looking good. Power play. Nope. 4-0. Mark McNeil. That's it. They flubbed themselves in game number 7. They've done it again. They flubbed themselves the one game they needed to show offense. They just couldn't get it done. That's the way some of our series has really just kind of panned out. And you know what? I blame the goaltender injury. I really do. Ortio played well. He played well for those past 3 games. We had a chance to win the series in game number 6. He couldn't close it out. And you know what? The Edmonton Oilers just were, they were a better team. I wouldn't say Edmonton was a better team. I really wouldn't say so. I don't think the Edmonton Oilers were a better team. I really do not think the Edmonton Oilers were a better team this series. I do not. I think Columbus was a better team. It's just the goal. This series would have been completely different if Sergei Bobrovsky was in this net. It was in the net for the Columbus Blue Jackets. I really do. I just don't know what to say. I'm kind of heartbroken that we lost this series. I really am. A lot of crazy injuries too. Toffoli got injured. Toffoli got injured going into, I think, Game 6. Bobrovsky got hurt. McDavid got hurt from the very beginning. It's kind of a heartbreaking series. It's kind of heartbreaking, really. I had the utmost faith in it. I had confidence in this team to get it done. I really did. I believe this team had the potential to win this cup this year, especially because of a weak Eastern Conference. They pretty much kind of had an easy ride to the Stanley Cup playoffs, other than the first series, and they just couldn't get it done. Our AHL team won the Calder Cup, but I guess so. I don't know. I'm gonna re-sign with the Blue Jackets for another 5 years, I guess, but it's just really heartbreaking, I guess we'll just check out the stats. Really don't know what to say right now. Really don't. They just couldn't show up in Game 7. They just couldn't. Kane had 17 points in 24 games. Sprong had 14. Johansson with 13. Tambellini and Carroll both had 10. I mean, these guys, my fourth line, Tambellini, Carroll, and Jenner, these three guys were my MVPs of the playoffs. They scored clutch goals for me, and I really couldn't have asked more from them. It's just at certain points, my top line just couldn't show up for some odd reason. And when they did show up, it was only maybe one guy at some point showing up, whether it be Daniel Sprong or Patrick Kane. Nobody really showed up all in one game. Hodgson with 8, Dubes with 5, Christo at 5. He had a terrible playoff run this year. Terrell with 5, McDavid, like I say, he was injured. Fabry, for the 9 games he played, had 2 points. Reichel had 2 points. Almost everybody was a plus player. Defensemen, OEL and Honka had a good playoff series. 11 points for Oliver Ekman-Larsson. 10 for Julius Honka. Savard had 7. Erickson with 5. Martin DeKaiser with 3. Murray only had 1. He got injured as well. That was kind of big hurt for Murray. And then, you know what? It's just really bad. Knowing that Sergei Bobrovsky could have capped off probably another Vezina Trophy winning season with a Stanley Cup ring, but the Columbus Blue Jackets just fall short once again because of an injured goaltending. It's kind of karma, We were bragging about how the Montreal Canadiens, how we breezed by their series because they got Carey Price getting injured, and we dealt with Zachary Fucale. And what kind of karma kind of bit us in the ass with them injuring Sergei Bobrovsky for us, and Ortio just couldn't get it done. He had 3 really good stretches of games, but 2.38, 2, and 2. Save percentage of 92.23. He did have the 1 shutout in game number 5, but I feel, I feel like the offense could have did better for him. We had the players on this team that could have given him offensive support, and they just did not deliver. They definitely just did not deliver. So, in 7 games, the Edmonton Oilers are your 6 Stanley Cup champions over the Columbus Blue Jackets in 7 games. I mean, if we do look at the bright side of this point, we the Springfield Falcons won in 5 games to win the Calder Cup, but they had an OP team this year. I mean, they won 60-something games. So, it's whatever. So, I guess next video we'll take it into the offseason. There's not really much we can do because we don't have a draft pick. Maybe we can trade for something. I don't know. But we'll take a look at the team going into next year, I guess. So, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe as always. I'm just pretty upset that we couldn't win the Year 6 Stanley Cup final, this Year 6 Stanley Cup. Edmonton they took out our goalie, and you know what? It worked for them. So, see you guys next time.